Hey guys, on today's show, a viewer wrote into me with a problem he was having on ham radio on some of the frequencies. So today I want to discuss what I think is partially ruining ham radio. That's right here, right now on Ham Radio for Non-Techies. Hey, welcome back, guys, to Ham Radio for Non-Techies. My name is Scott. My call sign is KI5NPL, and you are on the Ham Radio for Non-Techies YouTube channel. So like I said, I want to get right to the point here. It's going to be kind of a rant more than just a show today. I had a viewer write into me, and he was telling me that he was having issues with some people online. And what he wrote was, he says, I live here in Alabama, and I'm surrounded by a bunch of jerks who have their extra ticket and think they own 40 and 80 meters. Anytime I try to get on, I'm being told to get off the air, and I'm disgruntled because of it. So first of all, let me just make this perfectly and crystal clear. Nobody owns the frequencies or the bands in ham radio. If you are a licensed operator, you have the right to use whatever frequencies are within your band plan for the class of license you hold. Okay? These jerks out there that are doing this kind of stuff, these sissy blowholes, have no right to be telling people this stuff. You're the ones who are ruining ham radio. You're the ones who ought to be looking in the mirror at yourself going, oh, what can I do to actually help people instead of just pissing them off? So I wanted to make this perfectly clear. It's just, it irritates me that we even have people like this. But I guess in any hobby or group setting or something like that, where you have a whole bunch of people, you're going to have a couple of jerks. So my advice to this particular viewer is, you know what? Ignore them. You have every right to be on the frequencies if it's within your band plan for the class of license you hold. I looked you up. You're a general, so you have a specific area of the 40 and 80 meter bands you can use. Now, you have two choices at this point. You can engage these idiots, or you can move up 3 kilohertz and get away from them. Now, the first thing I would say is, just as part of the etiquette for us normal ham radio operators, whenever you get onto a frequency, you always, as a courtesy, give out your call sign. Is this frequency in use? Blah, blah, blah. And do that a couple of times in here. If you get no response back, then that frequency is technically yours to use for the time being that you want to use it in. Now, there is an unwritten rule, and there's a PDF out there. I don't have the PDF on me here. There's a PDF you can look at online. It shows like the different bands and the different frequencies within those bands where there are certain nets that have been allocated. It's kind of like a gentleman's agreement. You know, we have our net on this channel or on this frequency, and we only have it at this time of day, or it's a daily thing, and blah, blah, blah. And it's a gentleman's agreement. It is not law. It is not recognized by the FCC regulations as law, okay? You do not own the frequencies. Period. Get it through your thick skulls. So, as a gentleman's agreement and self-policing ourselves as hams, so we don't have to have the government come in and act like mommy and daddy and tell us what we can and can't do, we try to self-police. And in doing so, you need to, you know, be respectful of things like if somebody has a net going on, I wouldn't jump onto a frequency where there's a net going on and start doing parks on the air. That's a jerk move, all right? You don't want to become the guys that you're complaining about. So I would, you know, check out these places or check out these frequencies, see if there's things coming up or if there's things going on, see how active they are. And if they're not, if they're there, then move up a couple kilohertz. You know, just move up or down a couple kilohertz, you know, within your plan, and operate. You know, you have every right to do this. I just think that it's a disservice to all hams and makes us look like a bunch of sissies and a bunch of idiots to have a couple few out there that have a stick up their rear and think that they own the bands. I mean, the rage in my head, it just makes my head want to explode, right? It just really drives me nuts. You guys, you know, we got to play nice with each other. We're all here because we love radio. That's the base of everything that has to do with ham radios. If you're a ham radio operator, you got into it because you love radio or you wanted to use radio in a way to, you know, give you some extra skills or further some part of your life that was missing, whatever, you know, whatever your reason was. But it comes down to we all love radio, and we all need to learn how to play together. And I know we got those QRZ zombies that like to come in and, you know, they like to act like they're the Pope or something. Guess what? You're not the Pope. If we play nice with one another and share the bands, share the frequencies, and use common courtesy and common sense with one another, things will work out a lot better. You know, I have a very high respect. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do rag on people sometimes about certain things. I have a very high respect for the older people and the Elmers and the people who have been doing this for 40, 50, 60 years and so on. But at the same time, it does not give you the right to treat others in ham radio like that. I always try to profess that ham radio is a great community, and it is. It is. Don't get me wrong. It absolutely is. But I always try to profess that it's a great community of people that want to help one another, that want to aid each other to become better ham radio operators, not to discourage people or bully people. Just play nice, guys. I mean, it's not that difficult to just have common courtesy. I mean, I know some of these guys out there that do this kind of stuff to people. Maybe mommy and daddy didn't love them enough or didn't put them over their knee enough to teach them respect for their fellow man. But we, as stewards of the ham radio hobby / service, it is our job to make sure that we maintain a certain level of integrity with this hobby. And I think it's up to all of us to do that. You know, it's my job to do this. It's your job to do this. And it doesn't matter if you're a technician or an extra or whatever. I don't care what, you know, if you know CW, if you know you're a big POTA person, it doesn't matter. We're all equal in the responsibility that we have to ham radio to keep it alive and to keep it fun and keep it as a service and maintain a level of respect for our fellow hams. So that is pretty much all I had, guys. This is a quick rant. I got other videos coming out, but this came across and just kind of burned me up when I saw this today. And I was like, I really felt bad. I already wrote them back. I kind of basically said what I told you guys. But I thought, you know what? This would probably be a good show because somebody out there is going to need to hear it. Again, nobody owns the bands. Nobody owns the frequencies. If you're operating on a frequency, you're free to use that frequency until you say, I'm QRT or whatever, and you leave. You can use that frequency. But, again, be mindful, the gentleman's agreement, and I'll put the link. If I find the links to those PDFs and stuff, I'll put those down below so you can have that as a reference. I always like to give you guys references for anything you have out there. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, again, please give me a thumbs up. That helps YouTube show my video to more ham radio operators who might be interested in ham radio videos and might want to see this because it's a very important thing to know about. If you're not subscribed, and I know it's about 60% of you people that watch my my videos are not subscribed. Hey, guys, it's free. It's free. Just hit the subscribe button. If you like my content, like my videos, like the way that I put stuff out there, I'm a very to the point kind of guy. I don't like to beat around the bush. I want to get in there, give you the information, get the hell out. So if you like that kind of, thing, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And until then, guys, my name is Scott, and my call sign is KI5NPL. This is Ham Radio for Non-Techies, and we are clear.